All right, guys, Larry Hovick, general manager of Cable Dahmer Arena, is joining me today. Obviously, this is a very unconventional interview situation, but these are unconventional times, and that's like what we're going to talk about today. Obviously, COVID-19 has impacted every industry. It does not discriminate, no matter how it's impacting it in a certain way. And one of the industries that really sticks out to me, not just because I am a part of it, is events. You've been in events for so long. So not only are you our partner, in our arena for the Mavericks, but you also have so much knowledge of the events industry. So I just kind of want to talk to you today about what the arena's been going through, your personal view of everything, and just kind of go back to that middle of March day when all of this kind of started to happen, and really just kind of walk me through.
Yeah, it was Wednesday, March 11th. That evening, I coined that as the day the music died. Because if you ask me, everything's about, there's a song for everything. So, yep, that's Don McLean, The Music Died. That night, we had the Big 12 tournament was actually playing at Sprint Center. And it's a tradition for myself and my very good friend. We would go every Thursday to the Big 12 tournament. But at the same time, I'm watching the news. Wednesday night, I'm home. I'm watching the news, and all of a sudden the NBA is stopping a game right in the middle before they even really did tip off. And so I called Brent Thiessen right away. And I said, "Oh my gosh, Brent, are you watching the news? Do you see what's going on here?" And he said, "Oh my, what, oh Larry, what is," and so the dominoes really started to fall that day. And that's 28 days ago, Lydia. Yeah. I mean, it's all happened rather, in a short amount of time, but it seems like a long time. So anyway, the next morning, the Big 12 had already announced that they had made a change. They had said that they were going to do 150 people per team for the game on Thursday. And then before they even opened the doors on Thursday, they just completely stopped play, all tournament play. That was done. So at that time, our venue is a city venue, the City of Independence, and great communication with them, great communication with Brent. So I waited, and our representative from the city came over to see me early afternoon on Thursday. We didn't have an event scheduled for Thursday, March 12th. But earlier in the day, Kansas City, Missouri had shut down events that were 1,000 people or more. They said that's it. We're drawing a line at 1,000 or more. Well, I talked to Eric with the city. I talked to Brent, and I said, guys, what do you think? And we all collectively said, that doesn't really work for us, because we're not going to stand there when Mavs fan number 1001 or 1002 is trying to come in the door and say, "Oh no, you can't come in." It would just not work for us. So we collectively decided that the best thing, because we were going into a great attendance for Friday night. We had a Mavs game Friday night. We had a basketball tournament coming on Saturday, and then another Mavs game on Sunday. So we decided that we were going to go beyond what the city of Kansas City, Missouri was doing, and we were going to just close. We were going to close the arena. We were going to keep community ice open, because that was just a small amount of people in there and practicing. Yeah. So we got through all that. We got through our first phase was we were going to close until April 6th. We got through making all the changes, letting people know, had to postpone multiple concert events, a monster truck event. We moved things into the fall, moved things into 2021, totally lost some events, but at the same time, we're sitting there going, okay, so now what do we do? It's it's something that like you said, I've been in this business a long time. Governor Parson came out on Sunday, March 15, and he said, okay, nothing happens in any public gathering until after May 16th. So then we had to go through the whole thing again and move even more events, move a bunch of graduations, moved a lot of stuff, and yet at the same time, no one knows. And many of my friends, because right out of college, I got into this business, and many of my friends travel all around the world with different artists and entertainers in their home. But their tours were done, they were done. So it's just, I mean, all of a sudden people that I hadn't been able to get in touch with for a long time were, just checking in to see, hey, what are you guys doing? What's going on? So I'm still moving events today, because like even today, we would have had a concert today, but they still haven't been able to reroute their tour. Because there's so many moving parts everywhere around the country. I find it just, my good friends, you may not know or remember this, but every year for I don't know how many years, I've traveled down to Oklahoma and done, it's over Memorial Weekend, I've done Rocklahoma. And they just earlier Monday this week, they postponed that for a year. And it's just because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Like I keep watching what's happening in China, and I see the different things. Like they opened up and they said, "Okay, people, you can venture out now." And so I saw pictures of people just going to tourist attractions, and they were right up on top of each other. So I think that the United States and they're going to just take a step back, and they're going to see what happens. Thanks to the World Wide Web, we can see what's happening in all these other countries that were maybe ahead of us, and see, okay, you know what, it's working. I saw that in Korea, the baseball teams are going to maybe start doing something in April. This month, in about 2 weeks from now, and have spring training. So I think it all comes down to what's going to take place in other countries. They're going to look at that and see what we can do. If in fact that we're able to go back to whatever the new normal is, they lift the stay at home, even in Missouri, by it's May 15. If by April 24th, if they say, okay, we can do this, then we might be able to have a shot at doing events again in May and or June. But you know what? Right now we don't know. So all of our people that graduations that we have scheduled, we're working with them to find out what works best for them. Do they want to look at dates in July? Do they want to just not have the graduate? What do they want to do? I mean, it's just we have to be accommodating, because we don't know.
Right.
It's just so unheard of predicament for everyone. I mean, my daughter can sew, so she sewed masks. I went into Costco. A couple of weeks ago, and there were maybe 2 or 3 people wearing masks. I went to Costco Monday, and it was like half of the customers were wearing masks. I mean, you look at other countries like Japan. Japan has had so few cases, and the only thing I can think of is the fact that they're just so clean. I mean, wash your hands, people. Wash your hands. I mean, it's just it's a lot of stepping back and trying to remain calm, and what are other people doing that works.
Yeah, so many variables, are out of our control. And something I think, about all of these leagues, all of these events being canceled, these graduations, seniors in high school, seniors in college, not getting to have those ceremonies or events or things that you look forward to, is just kind of leaves you feeling a little hopeless because you always are looking forward to something. So right now, everybody's just in this in between where it's like, I know we're going to get back there, but when and what is that going to look like? And so I want to talk to you about, so many things go into events, so many people, it's not just the full-time staff. There are so many, shift workers. We've got changeover crews coming in, we've got tour crews coming in, we've got concessions, security, you name it, all of these people who are now, not working. What is it, if you can even try to paint me a picture of what it's going to look like for the event industry when we get to press play again?
Well, yeah, okay. I don't have a crystal ball, so it's pretty hard to really say what that is going to be. I mean, the thing that I do appreciate is the communication that I have with the government, and it's the City of Independence is really great at communicating with us of here's where we are at right now.
Yeah.
So even the state of, we were being considered as an overflow hospital, the entire venue. And so the state of Missouri has done a very good job at communicating with the City of Independence and with me, and letting us know. I mean, they are really not considering us, but at the same time, we don't know for sure. There might be round 2 of this. So, I mean, I think that when we do get to press play again, I mean, I think that it's going to be what are people comfortable with? I think that you're going to see people coming in masks that wouldn't have thought about doing that before. I think you're going to see people keeping their distance. I think myself, I'm a hugger. You're going to see the lack of that. You're going to just see so many things that were so, last night it was a beautiful night here, and my family, we went out for ice cream. And so as I used my shirt to open the door, used on the door handle. I mean, it's those little things that you don't think about. So we got our ice cream, we went outside, and then we were just standing by our car, and I watched other people, and so many people, it's just a reflex to grab the handle. And so it's those things that, we're going to think about those, and other people. I mean, I even had to show my wife, hey, cut it out.
Yeah.
Don't grab that door handle. Don't shake that person's hand. It's just those things. I mean, Lydia, I really think it's too soon to tell what's going to happen. It's hard to be patient in this time because, like you said, we don't know. But here, I got one of our high schools reached out to me and is now looking into July. So many of my friends in the industry, they're talking about that concert tours are looking into the fall. Almost everything that we've postponed is in the fall. So people are feeling good, at least banking on that right now. And it's like another good friend of mine who's a concert promoter. He said, but the thing of it is, we just don't know. We don't know, like I said, how the audience is going to react until everyone has that. It's everyone's personal comfort level. I mean, I have neighbors that they don't want to go to the store, so there's other neighbors that are going shopping for them. So it's just everyone's. We're all individuals, and we just have to try to get through this together.
Yep, it's going to be a new normal for sure. So something that, people watching this might not know. So Cable Dahmer is managed by Spectra, which is a nationwide, venue management company. What have you seen, throughout the nation, these arenas that are having to, postpone, cancel, reschedule these events? How has that, affected, arenas and their business and their ability to even look forward to the fall when we get a press play?
Well, it's one of the things that our company was very well prepared for this. We already had many things in place when it hit the fan. We were pretty much ready to go. even down to the fact of, like I said, I had the Army Corps of Engineers come through and take a tour of the facility. We already had an emergency contract or license agreement ready to go that would address everything that we needed to address with this whole event. So our company has done a good job of being proactive on this across the board. I mean, every city has been different, because in some situations we manage the venue, but the city pays for everything. So the cities have been dictating what we do with the people, not do with the people, all those things. So they're all different, but yet our company's been very good about communicating with all of us what's going on. There's been a lot of talk about, like there are quite a few of our venues are already being utilized as overflow hospitals. So we already have that experience, and some of them are actually non-COVID-19 patients, and some are. So they've got, the best practices in place for either situation. So it's great to have that as a backup. Also at the same time, like tomorrow, I've got a call with all of the GMs across the country, and our COO and is going to be on the call also. And I'm not sure what he's going to tell us, but probably a State of the Union type address. So it's just something that I appreciate, the fact that I'm not alone, and I can call up my brothers and sisters across the country and find out what they are doing or not doing. And it's helpful.
Yeah, that is the one thing about this, is it is unifying, because we're all in the same position. We're all at home, or the ones that are out there working. Everybody's on the same page, which is so weird for how we are in our lives these days. So for our fans watching, seriously, our community members, what do you want them to know about Cable Dahmer Arena when you guys get to press play, you get to open up the doors again? How can they know, if they had concert tickets or event tickets? What's the best way to stay up to date, and what's going to be your guys' plan to get that information out?
Well, it's always been our website, and we continue to update our website. We haven't totally made the switch over to the new Cable Dahmer Arena website yet, so it's still Silverstein Eye Center's arena, but yet that's totally where it is everything's on our website. So go there and know that our company is going to be there's so much out there and so much information. I mean, one of our partners at the arena is Jana King, and Jana King has gone above and beyond already and has a lot of experience at doing a deep clean. And they have these handheld misting machines that they can go around and make sure that it adheres to all the surfaces and kills all the germs. And so it's going to be things like that we're going to do to make sure that the building is clean. The filters that, on HVAC, there's filters that are involved. So all of those will be changed. I mean, we're going to be safe, and that's the main goal. And that's why right now the way to be safe is to stay home. Even though I'm enjoying the time with my family and my dogs, I'd rather be at work.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy time, but whenever we do get to go back to normal, I think getting to work in events, I think I've appreciated it so much more, because there are going to be things to look forward to again. People may know how to go outside and enjoy just the outdoors and their family now. That might be a plus, but when we get to open up the doors to Cable Dahmer Arena, whether that be for a Mavericks game or a concert or a graduation, we know that you guys are going to be ready to make it the best place for our community to come back into. So Larry, thank you so much for talking with me. I know that you're a busy man right now, but I appreciate it, and just putting all of our minds at ease. I think information these days, the more we can put it out there for our community, the better.
That sounds great. Great to see you, even if it's like this, Lydia. Go Mavs.
Go Mavs. Hope to see you soon.
You too.